Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today you're listening to the voice of Mzansi. We've got a remarkable story that's sparking a lot of interest and concern in Johannesburg. A landlord has called on the Patriotic Alliance after a Nigerian man was found to have been occupying a house since 2017 without paying rent, water or electricity. Please stick around till the very end so you can hear the sources and verify this news yourself. And if you're new here, please subscribe so you don't miss important stories like this unfolding across South Africa. Imagine owning a house and one morning realizing someone has been living there rent-free for 8 years. That's exactly what happened to this frustrated landlord. The tenant, a Nigerian man, moved into the property in 2017 and over time stopped paying rent and bills, effectively hijacking the home. The landlord tried to enforce eviction through regular legal avenues, but the tenancy dragged on for years with no resolution. Fed up with the situation, the landlord finally reached out to the Patriotic Alliance for help. The Patriotic Alliance, known for its community activism and willingness to confront local injustices, stepped in to assist with eviction. According to reports and videos circulating online, members of the group confronted the Nigerian man and managed to remove his belongings. Symbolically, the man was dragged out and evicted after years of non-payment. Facebook 1, Instagram 2. Eyewitness footage shows a tense scene, somewhat dramatic but effective. Residential neighbors looked on as the PA team helped enforce the landlord's rights. It's clear that 8 years of non-payment and no utility contributions built up enough tension to push this to the breaking point. Now, from a legal perspective, tenancy is governed by tenancy and eviction laws. Hijacking a house by occupying it unlawfully or by overstaying a lease is considered a criminal offense, especially when no rent or bills have been paid. That can fall under trespassing, unlawful occupation, or even theft of services. Landlords usually must obtain court orders to evict tenants, but these processes can become excruciatingly long due to bureaucratic delays. That's why taking matters into one's own hands, even with help from groups like the Patriotic Alliance, can stir strong debate. Supporters say this was a necessary step. They argue the landlord's rights were being trampled upon and that the eviction system failed him. Critics, however, caution that evictions should always follow proper legal process to avoid taking the law into community hands. But when waiting takes years, it's understandable why frustration can overflow. Community reaction has been mixed. Some locals sympathize with the landlord, noting how rare it is to see houses being hijacked for years without pushback. They see this as a wake-up call for faster action on property rights. Others worry about precedent. What if evictions start happening outside legal channels? Could this lead to vigilante-style justice and undermine the rule of law? Meanwhile, the Patriotic Alliance is likely to gain attention for their role. They've earned a reputation for hands-on local activism, and this eviction keeps them in the headlines. Whether that's good or bad depends on who you ask. But it does raise questions around what happens when official systems are gridlocked. For the tenant, losing a home, especially one he's effectively been living in for 8 years, is dramatic. We don't know if he had anywhere else to go or what his circumstances were. And yes, socioeconomic factors could be at play. That doesn't excuse non-payment or illegal occupation, but it reminds us that behind every eviction there's often a human story. At the same time, the landlord now has his property back. We can only hope it's rented out legally and filled by someone who pays rent and contributes to their community. Maybe the tenant found somewhere else to stay, or maybe he'll be able to start fresh elsewhere in a legal way. But what's undeniable is that this case underscores how long-standing grievances can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Before we wrap up, let's lighten the mood a little. If eviction efforts were like laundry, that house would have been hung out to dry long ago. And if the man was waiting for a rent holiday since 2017, he might have missed a memo: rent is not seasonal, not on sale, and not free on Thursdays. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the Voice of Mzansi for more grounded, local news. And always remember to check the sources yourself so you know what's happening. All images used are for illustration purposes only. News sources, social media posts and eyewitness reports on the hijacked house story, particularly the landlord's actions with the Patriotic Alliance.